tips. Past Dog's not going to be joining me tonight, but I thought I'll quickly shoot something out quickly for us all and see how we're going to go for the round 4 tips. I'm going to try and make this a little bit quicker just because I'm by myself and there's not going to be much banter. Let's have a look. Wayne Tank. Going up first, let's have a quick look. Canberra Crusaders with the shock loss to Comic Relief. A draw between myself and the complete packages Wood Elves. And Carnage Lizards gets a win over the Humans. Bit of I think a bit of an upset there too. Let's have a look what's coming up. We've got Carnage Lizards versus the Comic Relief. We've got Humans versus the Wood Elves, and we've got my Necro versus the Plutonians. So let's have a quick look at that. Quickly we'll look up the Carnage. We've got, looks like a skill up to go. Has he got all his Sauruses? Let's have a look. Yes, we've got 6. One of them with a level up, so I'm expecting, not sure what I'm expecting actually. Maybe another break tackle. Maybe a tackle. Probably break tackle though. Crocs' score still looking good. We've still got his little skink, his little champion. Agility 4. Missing another skink, but really no damage there whatsoever. Let's head over to the other team, which are the Comic Relief, who have taken their first win. Congratulations. Let's have a quick look over here. See if he's got any good skill ups. He's got both trees still. Fantastic. So the Team V is, what we got? 1060, no problem. Couple of sidestep, one with kick. Still got the treatment with block. So nothing really special there. The TV difference is going to be 600. So he'll get all his good stuff. You would have to say that the Lizardmen are going to probably get the win out of this one. But half of these could do it. They can definitely dodge. They can't really get kept in. So, but I still think the Lizards are going to win that one. Next up, we've got the Humans on 1720 versus. Ooh, this is going to be a big match. Probably the big match of this group. Going to be about looks like a Babes different. Let's have a quick look at the Humans. And it's going to be a home game for the Humans finally, which means we're going to see a free foul to each of the players, which is going to, I think it's going to hurt the Wood Elves. We know that the Humans like to foul, especially when you've got 2 dirty players. Let's see if he's got any injuries. He's managed to get his missing players back, which is good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He's got his 13 players. He's got a good amount of tackle. 1, 2, 3 tackles. Bit of a complete package. This team is looking very good. Definitely lots of movement, or minus movement. And we've got a strength 4 Mighty Blow, who's 1 off. So probably seeing piling on coming up soon for him, unless something else spectacular comes up. You'll probably find these guys are just going to attempt to clobber the crap out of the Elves and just delay. They'll be playing the bash game. Let's have a look at Cedric's. Two fantastic war dancers. Leaping, strip ball, beautiful piece. He's got his minus movement treatment, doesn't really make too much of a difference. We've got an agility free, I'm not guard. I can see why he's still in the group. And he'll probably stay there until he gets clobbered to death. But what have we got here? We're going to have some loners, which I think is going to hurt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So not too bad. 9. Cedric does like to GFI and dodge with little regard to the dice rolls. So if you can get those GFIs, if you can get those dodges running, I think he could win this. Otherwise, I'm thinking a draw. I'm thinking a draw is going to look good here. And lastly, we've got Necro versus Canberra. This will be a Necro home game, which means there's going to be no riot. We'll have a quick look at Canberra. So there we go. We got a blitzer missing. That's very fortunate for myself. We've still got these fresh blitzer in there. Still got Blodge on one. And he's got obviously a passer. So a fresh one. He's got a killer. He's got a passer. He's got a nice guard, mighty blow, and a dodge. And then we got a block. So it's not too bad. It's looking good, but obviously it's a bit beaten up. We'll have a quick look at the Necro. Unfortunately, one of the whites got killed in the last match with the Wood Elves, and regen didn't work. So we got a new one, Kim Jong-un. Welcome to the team. We've got a few players actually, but where are we? 2 off, 3 off, 1 off from leveling. So hopefully I can get a couple of SPPs on the right people and I can get them up and running. It's going to be a close match. I'm generally better on a good defensive player, but suck at the offense. So I probably will tip myself in this match, but it's not going to be a blowout. It's probably just going to be a 1 touchdown between the two of us. So let's have a look at the next match. Bear with me while I quickly have a look. Here we go. Let's get into the shit pit. Do this every time. Details. There we go. So what we had the aggressive pass rushers and the Jamborees did a 2-2 draw. That was a fantastic match. Valhall's rejects was the filthiest rats I know, a 4-1 blowout. Apparently the rats just did what they do best. And then the Dark Elves nearly with an upset over the fluke fireballs, but again, Luke just managing to get that out. Let's see the schedule though. The schedule we've got this round. Quickly bring it up. Aggressive pass rushes. The Elf off. Here we go. Frenzied. It's going to be a Wood Elf home match. Let's have a look what we got here. This team's been just losing players at the wrong time. We've got the Assassin, which I believe got a stab off last game. He's got his armor cracked on the runner with leader though. It's a nice team. What we got? We got Blodge on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's looking good. He's got everything that Dark Elves need. They don't really need too many skills to make him really good. Fan factor of 3 team rolls. What's he running on? 1670, but you can see he's 10k only, which means he's obviously suffered a bit of damage. The aggressive pass rushers live up to their name. They're pretty good, but they're also going to be playing 200 down. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 players. All that matters is the 2 war dancers. It's generally all you need. You know, you got a nice Blodge and an agility 5 catcher. Nice. A strength 4 armor 8 lineman and another Blodge catcher. So both teams are not high up on skills, but they're pretty even really. I think it's just going to come down to a few it's not going to be anything special. I think it's going to come down to that critical role, that, you know, failed dodge at the wrong moment, or the simple catch that fails, that's going to separate these two teams. But I feel like the aggressive pass rushers are going to take more risks, and I feel like it's going to pay off. I think they're going to take the win, but a draw a draw is very, very likely as well. So take your pick up between those. Fluke Fireballs is the home team versus Valhall's Rejects. Let's have a quick look at where we are there. The bashiest of bash teams. I believe these guys have one of the highest kill rates or just fouling rates in general, and you'll see why. Look at those skills. You also see a lot of injuries. Armor value 7 is a thing. Just not for the rats, dirty rats. But what we got? We got. Don't know about taking Juggernaut before block, or even wrestle. But beautiful berserkers. The runner's looking good, but no sure hands. Interesting. Who's out? His thrower's out though, so that's going to be a bit big. They're big. But look at that Yeti. Beautiful. He's sitting on 16 feet with 109k, so he's got 40k, 40,000 gold pieces of just extra TV. So he might buy someone and then ditch him, or maybe just pick him up themselves. I'm not going into too much detail, A, because I'm talking by myself, and B, I'm trying to fly through this a little bit quicker than the War and Peace version that we did last week. Look at this majestic team. Oh, we've got a catcher out. Good. Wish he was dead. A couple of catchers, all looking good. Obviously, someone has died, so, or injured beyond belief. Got a beautiful looking thrower there. Another block Libert out. But I mean, nothing really missing there. Again, Luke's just going to throw elves left, right and centre. He's going to do the dodges. He'll try and rack up as many scores as possible. I think you got to choose Fluke Fireballs at the moment. They're just literally running hot. They're one of the top teams to win the whole competition in Show Pony, so I would back them. In the last match, Filthiest Rats will be at home versus the Jamborees. This will be another top match, and it's going to be interesting. Let's have a look. What have we got? Blake. Obviously, there's a conflict of interest, and he's sitting out this match. Doesn't want to take the risk of playing against his namesake, which is big. I think this is going to help Blake a little bit. The threat of the one turn is now gone. But Liam, Covey and Baldwin are still there. 3 gutter runners. 1480. Has he got a thrower yet? Nope, no thrower. He's got his kick, he's got his wrestle, but he'll just go fast, he'll go hard. You make one little mistake and there's going to be 4 rats surrounding you, picking up the ball and making a touchdown. Now, it's a safe play versus the riskier plays, which is the leaping Russians. If the leaps start working, and you'll see here, guard. If you can get those guards, and if you can get those blitz on the rats, I think Blake can pull this one off. I think it's probably, after Luke, he was the other best chance of beating the rats. He does have the bear with the tail, which is going to be useful. He's got wrestle to take down the gutter runners, then block everywhere. It's a beautiful looking team. The only thing I would say is that Blake does the leaps probably a little bit too much, and it can cost him, it can burn some rerolls, and he's only running the 3. I'm going to say a draw is most likely, and if I have to pull an upset, this will probably be the one. I think Blake might be able to win this, but I'm the kiss of death, so sorry Blake in advance. Let's have a look. Halfway there, guys. We got wank shit, and welcome to the knob. Let me just bring up my pictures again. One day I'll get this right. Alright, let's have a look. Still one game to go. So we're not sure where Gator Mash or where Black Red's going to end up. We've all got our tips, so I'm not too sure. Coming up, Could Be Worse versus Gator Mash, Bandits versus Chaos, Heroes versus Tasteless Gentlemen. This is just such a bashy group. I'm so glad I'm not in it. So let's go back to the teams. At home, Could Be Worst. Let's have a look at them. Where are we? Bubba. I don't know who drinks more, this team or Bubba while playing. But look at this. Where's the legend? Paulina. I'm sure I'm murdering that name, so I apologise in advance. 79, just a casual, just under 100 left for one more skill. And agility 2, Blitzer. So he's only got what? Only 2 players with agility 3, and yet he's got probably more dodge success than some elves, which is just insane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guard. But with the movement 4, that much guard I find just doesn't come into play as much as you think it would. You generally only get 1 or 2 of the guard, and most players can counter that with their own 1 or 2 guards. So it does get cancelled out, but then you just go with this mighty blow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to play slow. He'll do a lot of bashing, but he will pass and he will dodge and he will go for it regularly. So if the dice are with him, they're going to be movement 6 players and movement 7 players everywhere. Now we haven't seen Gator Mash, so I'm not too sure. So we'll just be quick with them. We'll see how they're standing up at the moment. They could lose a couple of players. They might not. But it looks like they have had a bad run. We've got 2 guys here, 2 fresh ones, no block. So if he loses one of these in the next match, even if it's missing for a game, I think he's going to be... I think that this team's just running out of steam, unfortunately. And as such, I'm going to have to go with the Dwarves for this one. Next up, we've got the Bandit at home. Just like to take the moment to send my regards to Bungo. I think that's the name. The little halfling they could, but in the end couldn't and died. So, bummer. Treeman, just a couple of Treemans and just nothing else. Halfling's going to be halflings though. He'll pick up a halfling. If it's got a ball, fling it, hope he wins. We're running at TV 900, which is super low. And he's up against red, black, red. I think this is going to be rough. Let's have a look. Again, depending on what happens in the match of the last round. 2 tackle. So we're starting to build a bit of tackle. This is nice. These are coming for the Treeman. Him and him are going for the halflings. Obviously just a ball carrier. And just a bit of help in case. I feel like they're just going to be able to outbash them. If, though, the halflings, if they can get the ball and they can just run, there's no dodge here, get the halflings in, sacrifice and put them in tackle zones, and they could do something, but I think it's still going to be the chaos, unfortunately. And then lastly, we've got Heroes at home. Let's have a quick look here. Do they have anything? Nope, the kebab shop though. Beautiful. Bit of a surprise package, this team. They've actually, they're looking pretty good on the standings. If they can pull this one off versus the gentlemen, I think they've got a shot of the Show Pony Cup. We'll have a quick look at the, I'll be showing the ladder at the end for everyone. What have we got? We've got Block Claw, beautiful. Strength 5, Block Guard. I like how he's done it. 3 different utilities. There's your killer. He's, 1 MVP off from the piling on. I bet he can't wait for that. There's his ball carrier. There's his standard. Beast Nurgle looking good. I like to look at this team. And then we're up against Pass Dog, generally the gentleman that will be in the booth with me. He's just one good game away from a breakthrough, I think. He's got the players. I think Pass Dog, when we see a new team in the new season, I think you'll find that these teams will be built a little bit more tighter, with a little bit more an eye on what he wants to get. He seems to have just one bad turn, which does cost him the game, unfortunately. But he's got a couple of guard. He's got the block, so these four match their four Nurgles. It's pretty even. It's just going to come down to who can get the ball, who can protect it better. I think there's a high chance of a draw, to be honest. You know what? I'm going to go for the draw. That's going to be my choice. If I had to pick a winner, I would probably say Gifted Kobe, just because he's on a bit of a hot streak. But I think a draw is going to be likely. And finally, the Turd Herd. Let's see if I can get this right the first time. Go me. Let's see who's playing up on this one. So, Buff Boy and the Bloody Penetrators, there was a big upset. I think I talked about last week, and that was if you're not used to the Goblins' little tricks, they can catch you out, and I think that's what may have happened. I know the Buff Boys just started going for injuries, and the Bloody Penetrators just went through. Runs and Centaur. Unfortunately, the Black Diamond Bullets have just been probably the most pillow-fisted dwarf team in history. And then after the win from the Vampires, they came unfortunately against a very good player in Commie and just crashed and burned there. But let's have a look what we got coming up. We've got some nice ones. We've got Black Diamond Bullets home, Emotional Vampires home, Lords at home. So let's check them out. We'll start with Black Diamond. There's the death roll. I'd love to see it. So let's see what we got. Grab. Very nice. Mighty Blow Grab. Got a Blodging. Got a Guard. Got a Guard. Got a Guard. Very nice. Couple more Mighty Blows. The Troll Slayer with a bit of a niggling. Pretty standard. Dwarves, you've seen one, you've seen them all really, haven't you? Nothing against Saxon, it's just I find dwarves boring as shit. And they're going to be up against Buff Boys. Where are we, Buff Boys? There we go. Real men wear tights. Look at that. Speedos on everyone. And again, here's another example of a bashy team with Armor Value 7. Unlike the Rats, which you can just keep avoiding, and the Owls that can keep avoiding and saving their players, human bash teams with Armor Value 7 don't have that luxury, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out. I think this is another team. Mad Dog's fantastic player, and I think when we start the new season, might get a team with Armor Value 8 or just a speeding team, and I think you're going to see a lot more damage output and a few more wins for him, but bit of a battered team there, unfortunately. I do like this though. I like to fend, and right there, he's obviously acknowledged that he can't dodge. He hasn't got the agility 4. So how else do you get out of it? Fend. Very nice. I think you'll probably be well playing Bretonians with that sort of mindset, but I'm just going to have to say Black Diamonds. Actually, I'm going to go. I've said too many draws, haven't I? I'm going to go Black Diamonds, but the draw is pretty high. Emotional Vampires. Hedgie. One of the best players you can ever play against. Let's have a look. Where we go? Oh, 4 vampires. We've lost a vamp. No. Everyone's dropping off. But the snide colleague's still there. Crazy mother-in-law. Seriously, that bitch never dies. And school teacher, bad one, love it. The sleazy uncle, love these names. Submissive, love it. This is probably one of the, not the favourites, but one of your second favourite team. Most people's second favourite team, I feel. Most of the vampires, we got Blodge, one way, shape or form. Well, we got 1, 2, 3. But he's lost some. He has suffered a bit. Their team, unfortunately, has copped a bit of a beating. Versus the bloody penetrators, though. So, let's have a quick look. What do we got? 2 trolls. Has he lost anyone important? No. So we've got the fanatic. That's going to be bad for the vampires. He's got to be careful with that one. The loony, yep. Proga, goblin. No bomber? Don't think I can. Oh, there he is. Oh, I see you hiding there. And diving tackle everywhere. So, as silly as it sounds, I could almost say that this team could actually pull off a win. Just looking at it, I think it's got the tools to do it. You've got your diving tackle, you've got the bomb, you've got a chainsaw, the fanatic. It's going to be interesting. I think it's actually going to be a lot harder. I'm going to do another crazy one. I'm going to say goblins for the win. There you go. Crazy, I know. Let's see what we've got. And now the Lords. One of the group's best players. Let's see if anything's gone wrong here. No. We got 3 rerolls, 13 players, a strength 4 white that's about to level up. Not too sure. Probably Mighty Blow. Mighty Blow or Guard, I think. No, he's already got a killer there. Oh yeah, Break Tackle. That's pretty good. I like that with a strength 4. So effectively an agility there. I think you might see. Yeah, I think you might see Guard. But hey, who knows? Skeleton. Yep, just a nice, neat team. I like it. Since it's his home team, let's have a quick look. Just like my team, Riot and Pitch Invasion kickoffs are cancelled. So there will be no predicting a Riot. And he is up against, probably, this is going to be a big one. This is going to help decide the top table for this group, I think. Let's have a look. Nice and neat as well. Missing a Hobgoblin, no big deal. Diving tackle. So the strength 4 whites are a pain, but we've got the guards. Tackle's not really going to do much. I mean, I probably actually should double check the ghouls again after this. Hang on a second. But we've got strength 5 bull, lovely. Agility 3 ball carrying bull centaur, beautiful. It's going to be tight, but he does have 130 difference. It's going to be 150. It's going to be a wizard, and that's a big one, boys and girls. Does Commie drop a player to try and force? How much money has he got? 40k. Oh, I think there's going to be some mind games, and I think there's going to be a bit of quick player movement just before kickoff. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Just quick look, ghouls. What have we got? 1, 2, 3. Just the 3 ghouls, and one of them is agility busted. So I don't know. It's a hard one. I hate doing tips. Again, the safe bet will be a draw, but I'm going to go planting. I know it's an upset. I feel like most people are going to choose the undead, but I feel like the bull centaur is going to be instrumental in pulling that off. So those are my tips. Let's have a quick look at the leaderboard. Let's have a look for this group. So Chaos Dwarves, 3 wins, no losses. I think that makes my choice a little bit better. What we got here? Lords. I'll pretty much just leave this up. So this will be a big deciding game between Chaos and Undead. But Dwarves versus Vampires versus Goblin versus Norse. It's going to be a very different looking schedule. Leaderboard after this one, or they can pull away from those two teams. If they get a draw, could pretty much pull away from the rest with only a couple of rounds left. Let's quickly have a look at the wank tank again, just at this here. Check the ladder. One day I'll get it right. Let's have a look. Look at that. Wood Elves. 2 wins, 1 draw. Necro, 1 win, 2 draws. Fucking useless. Humans, 1-1-1. This is a very, very open division. Not much in it. Quite a lot of draws. So that's very... Again, I think this is... this round is going to be the Premiership round. It's going to really help decide how the last round's going to look, obviously, but it's really going to put the pressure on. All right, let's do this properly. X. Leaderboards. 2 in a draw, 2 in a draw. Oh, it's pretty simple. If you want to make it the top 2, you got to beat either the Rats or the Elves. Simple as that. So Blake's got a good chance here. He's got a very good chance of cracking into that and turning into a three horse race. If he loses, I think it's pretty much done and dusted, guys. I think it's going to be those two back in it again. So I suggest everyone start getting tackle. And then lastly, just press the right button. There you go. Look at that. Kobe, Nurgle. It's taken God knows how many games and seasons, but he's at the top there. Loner is up there, no big surprise, and so's Baba Tattoo too. But we don't know how Loner's going at the moment. He's still got a match, and so does Gator. So it's going to be a big one. This is a lot tighter division. So a couple of close ones, a couple of blown out ones. So it's going to be really interesting. All right, guys. Thank you everyone for watching, and good luck with your tips.